We've all heard of caffeine, but do we know where it comes from? Caffeine, the world's most widely consumed psychoactive substance, originates naturally from an assortment of plants. Among these, the most popular are the tea leaves and coffee beans that are used for our daily brew. The story of caffeine takes us back to the 19th century, when a German chemist named Friedrich Ferdinand Runge first isolated the compound. His discovery revealed caffeine to be a stimulant, a substance that quickens the pace of the body's activities. It boosts your alertness, keeps you awake, and even improves your performance in various cognitive tasks. All these effects are a result of a naturally occurring compound that has been consumed by humans for centuries. Common side effects of caffeine include disrupted sleep patterns, anxiety and jitters, increased heart rate and blood pressure, dehydration and interference with medications. Is all caffeine the same? Well, not exactly. You see, while both tea and coffee do contain this stimulating ingredient, the amounts can vary quite significantly. Generally, coffee boasts a higher caffeine content than tea. For example, a typical cup of coffee may contain around 95 milligrams of caffeine, while a cup of black tea holds about 47 milligrams. But that's not the end of the story. The brewing method can also play a significant role in the caffeine content of your drink. Brewing coffee or tea with hotter water or for a longer time can increase its caffeine content. But what about those fizzy drinks that claim to give you a boost? It's no secret that many fizzy drinks on the market today contain caffeine. But unlike tea or coffee, where caffeine occurs naturally, it's often added as an ingredient to fizzy drinks. But why? Well, brands like Pepsi and Coca-Cola won't want to admit this, but caffeine has addictive properties. If the product contains an addictive substance, people are more likely to form habits and buy it more often. Caffeine is a known stimulant that can help increase alertness and reduce fatigue. For energy drinks, this aligns with the boost many of these drinks promise. Some brands claim that caffeine's distinct bitter taste complements the high sugar content in these drinks, balancing sweetness with a touch of bitterness. It doesn't sound great to address a product's high sugar content by adding another stimulant, does it? But does our body actually need caffeine? The short answer is no. Our bodies do not require any caffeine to function. In fact, caffeine isn't a nutrient, it's a stimulant. But let's not dismiss it just yet. Many of us relish the invigorating effects of caffeine. From that first morning cup of coffee that kickstarts our day, to the mid-afternoon tea break that helps us refocus, caffeine has a way of making us feel alert and energized. It's like a gentle nudge to our nervous system, telling it to wake up and conquer the day. And there's more. Caffeine can also improve our mood. It stimulates the production of dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, making us feel happier and more positive. While caffeine isn't a necessity for our bodies, it sure does make our days a bit brighter, doesn't it? Now, would your favorite cola taste different without caffeine? Again, the answer is a resounding no. Cola beverages are a complex blend of sweeteners, citric acid, phosphoric acid, natural flavors, and of course, caffeine. But when you take a sip, it's not the caffeine that dances on your taste buds. The sweet, tangy, and somewhat mysterious flavor profile of cola owes more to the other ingredients than to caffeine. If you buy a caffeine-free version of a drink, it has almost certainly been altered beyond just removing this ingredient. In coffee and tea, caffeine occurs naturally. If you drink decaf, it's not really there at all. If we can modify our favorite brewed drinks to safely remove the caffeine, ask yourself why canned drinks are modified to add it. Sensitivity to caffeine varies from person to person. If you decide to give up caffeine, it's best to gradually reduce your daily intake rather than go from one extreme to another because of withdrawal symptoms such as headaches, fatigue, and irritability. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you really want to brighten my day, then please leave a comment or like the video or subscribe to the channel. Thank you. I'll put the kettle on.